What up? What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Today's day 1,000, or not 1,000, but day 101 of walking daily. So we're gonna have a walking tutorial. We're gonna have a walking tutorial right here in this live stream. This is how you walk. I'm a professional walker. It says in my Instagram bio. No, it doesn't. So with that being said, hello, Stone. I'll wait till people come into the stream first. Yeah, today is a great day. Today's a great day. And yes, I'm telling jokes myself. This water is very cold when I open it with my thighs. Oh my gosh. Cheers. This is what we call Walking 101. Thank you to my class, chat. My class is right now in session. Okay. First of all, you're going to understand the basics of walking, the fundamentals. Your foot is going to go heel-toe. Some people do toe-toe. It's just strange. Heel-toe, heel-toe. You're going to push off with your foot. I have to do a demonstration later, but you have to push off with your foot to your next foot. And still, it's hard because what's hard about walking is that you cannot, you try not to fall over every step. Because technically, when you're walking, you push off one foot, you're falling. You just catch it with the other foot. So technically, every step you're falling, but you just catch it with the other foot. Home run. Well, hello. So guys, settle in, get your notebooks out, because we're gonna go through the walking fundamentals and the basics, so we can really come together as a whole community and learn to walk side by side and together. Good morning, Miley. Glad you're here. Unless you step on slippery ice. This is the basics. This isn't slippery ice. Let's not throw, you know, we don't need useless scenarios. Okay, so we're gonna start walking, and then we're gonna go through the basics of walking in about 10 minutes. So guys, settle in. We're gonna go through. I'm gonna bring my water because water is important when walking. Hello, Michael. So, everybody, Mark Zuckerberg vibes? No. This is better than Zuck. This is better than Zuck. Don't worry about it. Looks like you dyed your hair. How? There's a bunny in the middle of the road. There's me and a guy walking towards him. Or her. What color is my hair? The same as always? Michael, what are you talking about? Good morning. I don't think there's going to be any way, anywhere, for you to get compared to Zuck. This is not live. That's when I'm just making a pre-edited video with talking points and just reading chats that pop up at the same time that people type them, because you know I know everything that's gonna happen because I've lived it already. Same speech cadence as Zuck. I don't know what to tell you, man. Guys, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. Piece of my wife feebly abuses me almost every day. I hate to say, but I think she stays for the money. Does this make me a bad person? You're a bad person. If you think she stays for the money. I don't know, man. Okay, so what you told me in the comment was, obese, you have a lot of money, and she verbally abuses you. I'm assuming because you're obese, but that was just what you wrote in the comments, so unclear. So I don't know. Toxic relationship. Get out. It's hard to get out if he's married to this woman. So I don't really know. You just can't just like leave. That's just like not how marriage works. It's just like that's when he's just like comes home and he's like, I'm done with you. She's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, I'm done with you. We're breaking up. She's like, we're married, idiot. Like, bro, what? He can have a country with a huge convention agreement. This money will be safe. What the hell is going on? We're gonna go through a walking 101 course here in just 1 second. Morning. All right. Look like Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man's best friend, who becomes Venom. Oh, the rich dude in the hut. Oh, he's pretty cool though. He's pretty cool. Hold up. How are you? I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. We're about to go through this. We're about to run it in. Guys, if this is the only thing that I do today, I will be successful. Guys, listen. Settle in, get your popcorn. We've got it. We've got it. Tell us how to walk and be human. Okay, got it. Hold on. Let me find the spot. Let me find the spot. Lock in. Where are you going? I'm going to a spot that I think would be good for this. We're listening. Good. This is fantastic. This should be fun. So, did anyone do anything fun this week so far? Other than maybe like go to school, and I don't know if people are in school. Are people in like the Southern Hemisphere in school? Do they have school when we don't have school up here? Normally? I have no idea. I went fishing. That's good. You don't need to do this. Nobody cares about football, mate. I do. NFL's pretty fun to watch. World Cup, not really, but you look like a clear person. All right, look at this. Watch it. Lock in, chat. Okay, so here's what we have. When you walk, you have to be properly hydrated. Okay? I would have food here, but you gotta be properly just make sure that you don't pass out when you walk. It's a big contingency plan because then you're kind of screwed. So, step 1, drink water. 2, you have to realize where you're gonna walk. Let me turn this off. And you can't fall, okay? So you're gonna step with your foot. You're gonna step with your foot, and then you're gonna start falling. You have to catch it with the other foot. It's a huge balancing act. Okay? So when you go heel toe and you start falling, you gotta catch it. It's kind of tough to learn, like just based off everything that people do nowadays, because people forget how to walk. Don't even mention when we see like a pretty girl in church or like, you know, the bar or something. We definitely can't walk. Okay? So you step, it's important because like look, what happens? We start falling. It's just terrible. We're gonna break our nose. So we gotta be agile with this. You gotta be like a cat. Some people go toe-toe and it looks like they're like spying on someone. But you gotta be more cat-like in your walking. One foot in front of the other. Don't do any of this sideways kind of. You just go straight. Now, bro, forgot how to walk like 10 times now, even in front of my crush. Yeah, it's not great, bro. It's not good. I need to imitate my cat now. Yes. How to open a door. Okay. Next, step 2. How to open a door. Oh, the hand movements while walking. Yeah, this is important as well to walk through this. So, the hand movements while walking. It's a little interesting because you kind of want momentum while you walk, to especially walk fast. But sometimes it can be a little bit of a curious case, because so primarily when you walk, right? Especially for people that are new to walking, like they don't know what to do with their hands. So like just walk, you have like your hands down by your sides, but eventually, naturally, you'll start walking like with your hands, and it'll like, when you step, you'll like lead with the opposite hand. But the problem with this is that nobody really speaks about is that when you walk with your hands, like heel toe, and you walk with your hands and you sway in this sort of manner, it's that it can build up a lot of momentum. And if you're not careful, like I said before, you can step, and then like as you're stepping, you have to catch yourself with the other foot. If you're swaying your hands, a lot of people, this doesn't happen often, but it definitely is a risk. You can step and then fall, and it's really not good. So I hope that helps out. I'm learning to walk. I'm learning how to walk. I feel like a child learning to walk for the first time. Hey man, it happens. It happens. All you got to do is stay with it, stay consistent. Walking is one of the hardest things you'll ever learn, but once you do it, it's super rewarding. Good morning, Alex. How do we crawl? I'm not going to do this live. This is a discussion for another day. But I saw someone ask how we open a door. Okay, this is also another huge. Is it all right if I'm walking inside the house? I don't like going outside. Yeah, it's a bit better outside because you can you have outdoor whatever, so it seems to be better. But it just is what it is. But here's how to open a door, right? You walk up to the door. You have to first identify which way the door is going to open, okay? Because if the door opens if it's like here and it opens towards you, that's a big, because then if you open the door, you're gonna be in the way of the door, and we don't want that. So first, as you're walking up to the door, it's kind of hard to tell which side the door is on. So when you walk up, you have to first identify from far away, quite difficult. You have to identify which way the hinges are, and the hinges are on the, so it's going to open inwards. So we don't have a problem of the door open on us. So when we first try to open the door, we grab it with our hand. And then this door primarily opens down, but it's locked. So we have a big problem. So we can't open this door. But if we go to like this side of the place, we have hinges, and we probably could open these. I know this is small enough where we could just jump over it. No! No! Are we back? Are we back? It looks like P just kicked in. Are we back? What if you open the door and the wall opens instead? Are we back? Yes, we're back. Okay, we're good. You guys missed it with the whole door thing, man. It's very important. Because what I just did was a big problem. Because firstly, what I said was we first had to identify which way the door was opening, and I failed on that on a lot of accounts. And I'm sorry about that. Sometimes even the teacher gets it wrong. Ah, shit. Gosh, man. I'm sorry about that. I apologize profusely. He said that I might have an addiction first. Probably moving away from a bad relationship, because I got 8 of the cups afterwards. Miley, what is happening right now? That was my demonstration, by the way. No clouds in the sky. Here from India. Shout out to India. Welcome. Sup, mate? Aaron, what's up? I'm talking to Michael. Oh, okay. I intervened. Guys, there's a shoe here. There's only one shoe. If anyone's missing a shoe, it's right here. Exactly. How is it that there's no clouds in any of your streams? Are you magically removing the clouds from the sky? Zuck. Man, I don't know. You come to the streams that have no clouds in the sky. I don't know what it is. I'm pretty magical though. No clouds all around me. Get kind of dizzy in the process. Man. Guys, walking 101 is tough. Is anyone learning the basics, need no help with any of the steps that I taught you? I love to walk near the beach. Yeah, the beach is great. You walk again? I forgot. 1 foot in front of the other. Every time you brace, because you might fall. Oh my gosh. What the hell? Every time you step, you might fall. So you don't want to do that. You want to catch yourself with the other foot. I still haven't figured out how to step out of bed. Where is this? Massachusetts. Cheers. I want to make my English better, Let's work on walking first. No, but real talk though, you could do it. My English is still not very good, so you don't really have to catch up to me, but just based off everything, should be pretty cool. Thought it was a shithole. Get the hell out of here. Start off from your heels, then walk. Yeah, when walking, yeah. Can you walk like Bigfoot? Thun, 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 thun. Man. Thank you. You're welcome. It's Remo, what's up? It's just the demonstration went crazy. It's like me trying to figure out like demonstrating how to like I could make a series out of doing exceptionally hard tasks for the first time. Crazy work. It is. It's tough out here, man. Cleanest sky I've ever seen. Dude, I don't know what to say about it. Yesterday there was a bunch of wildfire smoke from Canada here, and the whole sky was like orange. The water was not that good. It was pretty good. Straight up looking into space is funny. Stephanie, what's up? I noticed it in DC. Yeah, it was down like the whole coast. I don't know if it was like in Maine though. It was like the weirdest thing. Because like someone who was in like, you know, more northern Mass was like, yeah, it wasn't up here. And I was like, yeah, it was terrible here. So it was like, it was really like, it was one thing or the other. I could watch the sun through the smoke. It was nuts. Yeah, it was like a flashlight. Like it was like a small little flashlight in the sky. It was the weirdest thing. The sky did feel like apocalyptic. Even where I was, towards the Connecticut border, it was thick. Yeah, it was bad. I like how it said on the weather app. It was like, what was it? You might struggle if you're like a sensitive groups might struggle. That was funny. So basically you're getting roasted if you're struggling to breathe yesterday. Air quality alerts. Yeah, it was like 110, I think. Nice hair. Thanks. Weather hates people with asthma. It's pretty funny, but yeah, I guess. The heat advisory is through tonight. Okay, so keep that water handy. Yeah, pretty much. All you can do is just drink water, right? Even though you sometimes forget. I sometimes forget to drink water. It's like the weirdest thing. It's like, why do I have to drink water? I like these utility poles. Yeah, hold up. Palm trees. I would love to never eat again. Just have like an IV like once a day put all the food that I need, all the protein, carbs, and fats into my body. I think it'd be fantastic. You look like your ancestors got slayed by Vikings. Good one though. Agree, I hate cooking and eating. Yeah, I mean, it's really not fun. Damn, why though? Cooking is just, it's like eating is just a chore to me. I don't like eating. Like, I just don't like doing it. It's sad, troll. Said hi. River, what's up? Is there a subway train near you? No, there is no. No, I don't think so. If I did, I haven't heard of it. Hello. Bro, what's up? When people say this name, I always get weary nowadays. Because people try to troll me for sure. The red line doesn't go that far. I don't know. I haven't looked at the subway, train station stuff. But it just is what it is. Man. Good day for a walk, eh? I realized what he was trying to make you say. Yeah, usually I don't even read them anymore. I don't even read, it's just terrible. I kind of want to know what he was trying to make me say, but that's just discussion for another time. Completely missed it. Hate those kinds of people. Eating a good meal would be better than injecting stuff into your veins. Like if you just injected, like you know how they feed like people in like a coma? Do you know what I'm saying? Like they give them like, IVs and stuff for some like food so they can like still like you know, function. I have no idea, man. I memorized it when I went to Gibbs, Austin for college before I graduated with my accounting degree. Online 7 years later, I used to go into Boston daily. That sounds awful. It was probably worse back then. Was it worse 7 years ago? That was before COVID too. Man, 7 years. Okay. The walk is over. The walk is officially over. The tutorial is over. Everything's done. How far am I from UMass? I don't know. Do you eat Doritos? Thank you for subscribing, by the way, Joseph. Do you eat Doritos? No. Okay, I meal prep every week. I started meal prepping like a month ago. I went to the store. I was like, what snack should I eat this week? I was like, I want a snack. I was looking at the Doritos bag. I was like, this is $7 a bag. $7 a bag. I just don't want it that much. You look like Coldplay, and I know people have said that before. Of course they have. There's UMass Lowell. IMass Army. I just missed my mouth with water. I was trying to talk through a comment. It didn't even work. Let me restart. Okay. There's UMass Lowell. UMass Amherst. Or you mean UMass Boston, Michael, because there's probably 2 hours from UMass if he's on the part of the Cape past Sandwich, MA. Hey man, how are you doing? Fantastic. I don't even know who's in the World Cup. I can't join this conversation. Do I really look like Coldplay? Like, really? I don't know, bro. I get a lot of comparisons. You must be his son. Whose son? Coldplay's son? You kind of do, but like a younger, more meal prep version. What are you talking about? My meal prep? What's up, Trib? No, it's soccer. Is it football or soccer? We call it soccer, and we call American football football because back in the day, in the 1800s, they called any game that you play with your play on your feet football. And then it kind of got more widely adopted in America. And then changing it would have been too difficult in the 1900s, even though you'd play with your hands. Let's cook chicken. I cooked chicken last week. It was fire. I used to meal prep, still do, but I suck at cooking. I just developed into an animal that eats shit food. Hey, last week it was chicken fried rice. The recipe is in the description of my live stream that I did on that stream. Handball was taken already. Yeah. Football was already widely adopted and used though for like American football, so it's like it just worked out. Handball is called squash. Man. I was looking up the history of football, but it didn't really work. Found a real person on YouTube Shorts live. Is there no real people on YouTube Shorts lives? Well, it's technically not a ball, but you kick it. Favorite music band? I'm very basic. I don't really enjoy bands too much. I just enjoy normal artists. Primarily. I just discovered YouTube Shorts live. Yeah, it's a crazy community we got here. You look like Draco. I'm gonna head out now, take care. Favorite singer? Post Malone, NF, Juice WRLD, Eminem. And then I don't have a fifth. I'm really basic in my music choice. It's been like the same for a long time. Monique said hi. Alien head looking boy. Good one. So original, bro. Some people gotta come up with some original content here. got an infection from a cut. I'm stuck at home, so I'm discovering my phone. Discovering live streams. Actually, American football is named football because when the ball was reshaped, long it was measured a foot from end to end. Oh, that could also be a reason why. Yeah. I got my cheek sliced by metal on the street, got infected. Jesus. It's called American Rugby Football, and it was shortened to football when it became popular here. Fascinating. I'm gonna sound. What are your thoughts about your high school years? My high school years were so bizarre. Because a lot of people had their normal groups of people in high school. They stuck in their groups. I had my group, but I also had like the whole grade was my group. Like I just went to group and was just like, hey, what's up? They were like, oh, hi, Gage. I'm like, yeah. You're allowed to drive. Yeah, of course I am. But I just went to group. Most people were just like, yeah, this is the way he is. I'll just like kind of intervene and just kind of like say what's up. Because like, you know, you can learn anything from anyone. So I may as well just like talk to everybody. Like I talk to people nowadays like all the time. Were you bullied during your high school years? Yeah, probably. I just didn't notice it. Like people would like make fun of me. I just make fun of myself as well. And then they'd be like, "Oh, this guy's boring to make fun of because he's just like I just called him like I don't know, like short or, you know, I don't know. It's funny." Best day. What is this? It's your best day ever in school. The last day of school. No. But best day in school. I don't know if like field trips really count because that's not like in school. We'll go like in the walls of school. There's been some really cool days. None that are like picking out as like the best day. I have no idea, bro. Because like let's go through high school, right? High school, 9th grade was COVID. We were almost completely entirely online for like the whole year. 10th grade, we started coming in like a few days a week. Some of it was online, and then like halfway through the year, it was fully in person. Then like, you know, partway through the second semester of school, the masks could come off. That was an interesting experience. Seeing people's face for the first time, that was fascinating. It's like I was looking at like ancient history because like it's been covered so long. Anyway, then like 11th and like senior year were pretty average, pretty normal, like for the most part of like you know, years of stuff. Shaq T was welcome to the stream. Did you shower before the stream? Yeah, of course I did. Last semester of senior year was lit. Yeah. Guys. Listen. My senior year. Okay, let's cut it back. My last term, so it's 4 terms in two terms a semester. So there's 4 terms total throughout the entire year. The last term of my junior year, I was late 14 times. My parents eventually found out that I was late after the 10th one and were extremely mad at me. Really mad. They were pissed. They like took my phone for like 2-3 weeks or something during the summer. I was like, this is so unfair. Please give it back to me. I have stuff to do. Nobody was talking to me, but nobody was texting my phone to hang out. But it was like, please, I have people to talk to, even though I had no one to talk to. Then senior year came around. I was like, let's start off strong. Let's start off strong. Let's get in on time. I think the first term I was late like 5 times. Not bad. And then second term, I was late like 8 times. I was like, okay, not bad. Then third term, the amount of days in a term are 45. Okay, there's 45 school days in a term. I was late 38 of them, and then the last term of the senior year was, I think we only had like 35 days or 30 because it's like senior years are different, and then like it was like all messed up. So I had about 70 tardies or like 80 tardies throughout the entirety of the year. But the crazy thing about it was that my attendance was higher than anyone else in the because like I showed up to every single day of school, pretty much, besides like 1 or 2. But my attendance was like higher than it. It was like 99.7% or 99.6%. Like I showed up to every single one. I was late a lot. I'm 2000. I'm 06. Yeah. So yeah, it was fun. And then you got the little tardy slip from the main office that says like, oh, tardy, this student was late, he showed up at this time, whatever. Then you give it to like the teacher that the class you're walking into that you were late for. And most of the time the teacher would just look at it and then tell you to throw it out. I was like, I don't want to throw it out. So I kept like, I had at the end of the year like 70 or 80 of these tardy slips. And for my senior cap, I glued on all of my tardy slips to the top of the hat. It was like a dome of tardy slips. It's fantastic. So I was in the back, like my Alberta's in the back of the line. So if you followed me to my graduation thing, excuse me, if you followed me to like the graduation tent that we graduated at, all you see is like tardy slips on the back of my head. Dead Anarchist, what's up? Your first block. What are you talking about? Fantastic hair today. What's up, Tablet? First year in your 20s. Yeah. That's gonna do me some good. I was locked into the comments, bro. I thought I had it off. Damn it. I don't think I showed up to my graduation. Why? I used to call the front office to pretend to be my dad to get out of class. I never did that. I showed up to every day. I enjoyed my school days. Because it was basically like, a lot of it was a lot of fun for me. How do you miss your own graduation, Tablet? How do we do that? What happened? Kids, did you know you're beautiful is crazy. Do you think people who was born in 1996 lived in the best era ever? Born in 1996? Weren't like the 80s and 90s the best era ever? It's the funny thing. It's crazy, right? Because we talk about best era ever. People who are, 50 plus nowadays, they talk about how the 80s were so cool and like, you had to live in the 80s. The 80s were the best. And then like now it's like, okay, the 80s were pretty damn cool. What about the 2000s? Oh, the 2000s were sick too. Those were the good old days. It's okay. The 80s were the good old days. The 2000s were the good old days. Now we live in the days. But later we're probably going to call the 80s the good old days, and the 2000s the good old days. And the 20s that we live in now, the good old days. And then the 40s that we live in the future are going to be the days. Zed, what's up? Welcome to the stream. I can vouch that the 80s being great, but I grew up in the 90s. Yeah. Mine was inside a college auditorium. I hate growing. I hate the gown picture, as I was still thinning out. I was a chunkier teenager. I hate my genetics. Now, years later, I'm thinning out. I was born in 84. So you are 42. I hope you're thinner now than you were, or at least got to a weight that you enjoy being at. I think the 2020 plus generation is cooked. Yeah, we can barely think nowadays. Like, I don't know. This is probably the good old days for people in like 40 years, looking back at if we're still alive in 40 years. But I feel like every generation thinks, oh, we're probably not going to be here in like 40 years anyway, so let's just live for the moment here. But I feel like it's just twisted math. Studio 54 makes me depressed. I don't know what studio good. I don't know. I don't know. Studio 54 is. The COVID era threw a wrench in the plant in the gears. Yeah. I mean, is what it is now. Disco era. That was not a fart, it was an earthquake. What the hell are you guys talking about? Treasure Mouth Storm and Remembering Moon Shoes. Claris Works. Yeah. Ferrari said hi. Man. Well, I didn't know it could do that. That's pretty freaking cool. Thoughts on movies? The best movie is Obsession in the last 5 years. But movies have been just going exponentially downhill. Hollywood's in for the money, Marvel's in for the money, but the problem that they don't necessarily realize is when they're in it for the money, they exponentially make less money because they make the quick dollar instead of the long-term best play for their franchise, which is making more money in the long term, making good movies. This guy's turning around here. Yeah, but anyway, I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna go do some other stuff. Even the Oscars is not that good. It's a word processor before Microsoft Word took off. And Treasure Math Storm was an old game we played in the 90s for learning math. As a reward for doing work, Moonshoes was a broken leg. Crazy, bro. I just learned that people outside of New England, United States, and like particularly like Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, Rhode Island, Connecticut, mainly these people call a roundabout a rotary. People don't call they don't call the little thing you drive through in the circle a rotary. Roundabout, like, bro, what? Anyway. Traffic circles. No, a rotary. You go around the rotary. Roundabouts. Yeah, but like I feel like the professional way of putting it is a rotary. They are rotary, as it's a reminder of a rotary telephone. I don't know. I call it a rotary, man. I don't know. People are tripping nowadays. Scorpion King said hi. What's up? All right, guys. I'm gonna end stream. I'm gonna go. It's a rotary, bro. No, the rotary is for the circle. You guys are out of your mind. Have a great day. You guys too. See you guys tomorrow for day 102 of walking every day. Other than that, it's been me, it's been you. And yeah. Pretty cool. 6:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, July 17th, 18th, 19th. Nope. Yesterday was 15th, 17th.